Welcome back to the So Far So Good podcast. My name is Christopher Coombs, and in front of me we have
Gaurav Khazanchi. Welcome back, everybody, to the So Far So Good podcast.
He's sitting in front of me with the biggest Chewbacca t-shirt
I'm
I've
surprised
ever
you
seen.
know the name of the character.
I just saw the shades, and it just reminds me of like the Melbourne show when you just win those crappy fake sunglasses.
We got them one time. Do you remember? We were all wearing them.
Yeah. All different colours.
All different colours. So it's actually Chewbacca wearing Kanye glasses, which is not Chewbacca in the actual movie. He doesn't wear Kanye glasses in the movie. It's just one of those cool sort of t-shirts where they've combined a character with a pop culture, thing.
And why have you chosen Chewbacca as your shirt of choice?
I love Chewbacca. He's my spirit
Why?
animal.
What's so good about him?
He's just a cool guy. He's hairy. He's tall. Two things which I can relate to.
Get out. He's not tall at all. He's about 5'2".
I did measure myself not too long ago, and I think I've already forgotten. I don't even know if I did feet or centimeters.
Yeah.
It's 5 foot something.
It'd be probably 5'2".
I'm under 6 foot, so yeah, I'm not.
No. Realistically, you're probably like maybe 5'6" or 7.
Yeah. I'm not 5'2". Come on, man.
Yeah, that's like baby toddler.
Yeah, that's very short. That's pretty short.
But without further ado, let's get into our introductory questions as usual.
Yep.
I might kick it off this week.
All right.
Mine is relating to a shower, which, as we know, Gaurav loves showers. He spends about half an hour in the shower.
Not true, but
wasting water.
You know what's interesting? My question is also bathroom related, and we haven't discussed this.
Wow.
So let's see where your question
goes. That's so far so coincidental.
That's right. SFSC.
That's right. Now, my question to you, and we'll elaborate a bit, but the simple form of the question is, do you use soap and scrub or do you use body wash?
Oh, easy answer. Body wash.
I had a feeling you were the body wash type.
Why?
I just had a feeling.
Because I smell good?
No. Because you're, ratty, bro.
How is body wash ratty?
You're ratty.
Body wash is so convenient.
Okay, so you use body wash.
Yeah.
What do you scrub with?
A loofah.
What's a loofah?
No, not loofah. A loofah. Is it called a loofah?
Is it a sponge?
It's like that scrubby thing.
Scrubby sponge.
The scrubby sponge.
Okay. So you do use one of those?
I do use one of those.
So you pump the body wash onto the scrubber?
It
Or
depends
how
how I
work?
feel. Sometimes I go body wash in my hand, and then I'll spread it on my body. Then I'll get the loofah, scrub it around, or I'll pump it in the loofah and then scrub it. I think the second thing is what I usually mostly do.
So what do you like about body wash that deters you from using soap?
It's more of it's easy to just use, It's a bottle, it's a pump. With the soap, let's say, hypothetically, I'm just having a quick shower, just a rinse off, and I'm not using soap, hypothetically, all right? That bar of soap, over time, is still going to disappear.
That's right.
Because it's going to get wet, it's going to, slowly reduce down.
Yep.
But the body wash is only going to get used when I use the body wash.
The body wash is always going to go down from the bottle
But
as
only,
you use it.
Only
it's the
when I
same
use
thing.
it. With the soap, let's say the soap is just getting wet, right, in the background. Soon enough, it's just going to disappear and you'll be like, oh, where's my soap? This isn't
So that's your only reason.
No, that's just an observation I've just thought of.
Okay.
No, but I think, I have used soap many times before, and there's the really nice soaps you get these days where it's all fancy and, ethical and it's made from natural, and it feels and smells different. But I feel like I've just been using body wash for so long that I just like... There's a specific brand, right? It's called Original Source. And they use fresh fruits or vegetables or whatever in their thing. And it smells fresh. And you get that... that minty feeling... when you put that minty body wash or soap on your hands or your body, and it's it feels like you've just spread a breath mint across your body.
Yep.
And you get that cool feeling.
Yep.
You get that with a lot of these body washes. And I like that.
Now, the reason I bring this up is I was always... So I'm a soap user. I use
forever?
body wash on holidays because it's easier to carry around and
100%,
stuff.
yeah.
But I'm a soap user because I feel like when I'm putting the soap on the scrubber, it's it's sinking in more and it's just lasting longer. Whereas when I use a bit of body wash, I'll wipe it on let's say one arm, and then it's all dissolved. Done.
How are you doing? Are you putting the body wash on the sponge scrubber?
Usually I'm on holidays and I don't even use a scrubber. I just use the body
on
wash
holidays,
straight up
yeah.
with my hand.
Yeah.
But that's not the only time I've really used body wash.
Yeah.
So I'm a soap user, and I usually keep it quite simple.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just buy the classic bar of soap,
Yeah.
put it on the scrubber, and scrub it in.
Okay.
Now, recently,
Yeah.
I got sold, not by someone at a shop, but I got sold by someone I know,
Okay.
saying, you don't know what you're missing out on with these custom-made, smelly, flavored soaps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I said, look, honestly, I don't care. I keep it simple.
Yeah.
You know, I just use a bar of soap, wash myself, I'm done. I don't care. I have a 2-minute shower. Not a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, they looked good. These soaps were really appealing. They
look good, right?
It was a pack of 7.
Yeah.
They were kind of different shapes.
Yeah.
You know, some were more like rectangle.
Yeah. Because like hand cut, you mean, right?
Yeah,
Those ones,
Yeah, and they looked appealing because they were all different colors.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, I'll give this a go.
Yeah.
And what my friend told me when she was trying to sell this to me is that ever since I started using these soaps, I can't use a normal soap because I need to be able to smell the soap as I'm putting it on.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, now that I have used it, I can't go back.
Yeah. I've
been sold. I've been converted.
Yeah. And I feel like recently a lot of that has happened, especially with the slides. You know, you got converted, and now the soap. But I think the soap is a good move because I have used fancy soaps, and I definitely agree with what you're saying with it soaks that soap in. I don't know. I feel like it's just whatever stuff it's made out of. It's just, I don't know. It's more spreadable, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, whereas body wash, it's like if you put shampoo on your body, it goes away pretty quickly.
Yeah, it dissolves really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ask me the science behind it, but sure, it's an observation that I totally agree with. So, yeah, I mean, are you saying you like these fancy soaps better than body wash as well? Because you can smell the body wash when you put it on.
Yeah, I do, but I love the fancy soaps. I love holding the bar of soap and using the bar of soap, you know? I'm old school like that, you know?
Fair. Yeah, and do you notice a difference, like, on your skin? Does your skin feel fresher or hydrated?
The first time I used it, I was like, I came out of the shower and I was like, whoa, I'm like super smooth.
Smooth,
It feels, but then that was the only time I noticed it. So maybe I got used to it after the very first time. But it's more just the feel of it in the shower. It just feels like you're cleaning better.
Yeah, fair call.
And it smells nice.
It does smell nice, yeah.
Can't go wrong with a good smell.
Yeah, I mean, it's all you've got to do in life, smell.
That's right.
All right, so moving on to my bathroom-related question, Chris Coombs. When you go, whatever time of the day or night, whatever, whenever you go to take a dump, when you go for a poo, do you automatically also end up peeing?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Now, let's say you peed recently. Let's say you peed an hour ago. Half an hour ago even. Okay? And now, half an hour later, you're like, okay, I need to take a dump. You go take a dump. Do you feel like you automatically just pee no matter what because you're already there?
See, the thing is, it's when I'm taking a dump, the pee is like automatic. Like you don't even notice it.
Yeah, right.
It just happens in the background.
Yeah,
you know? So I can't. I'd have to track my next 10 dumps and tell you. But I have noticed that, look, depends on how much like I'm drinking, how much water or whatever. If I have a coffee, if I have a thick shake, not thick shake, smoothie. Whatever I have during the day, I may pee 2 or 3 times while I'm taking my dump.
Do you pee smoothie? I feel like smoothie becomes like your poop.
No, because I have like fruit and water.
Okay, yeah.
So it's more liquidy.
Yeah, okay.
It is more liquidy.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
If you had milk and fruit, then it's thick.
Thick, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's a thick shake. Whereas I'm talking smoothie, liquid. But yeah, I could pee sometimes 2 or 3 times during a dump.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have noticed this on the off chance that I'll take a dump, come out, a couple minutes later I'll need to pee, and I'll be like, hang on, I was just in the toilet. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's an automatic thing. You don't know whether you've peed or not. Well, I don't. I don't remember.
Yeah. Like,
because
it's
I'm
such
focused on the dump.
Yeah.
That's my main priority. And men, we cannot multitask.
Well, yeah, here and there. I've seen you multitask, Frank. don't devalue yourself. If you can poo and pee,
But I'm just making my
that's
point.
straight up multitasking.
I'm just using another person's point to make my point.
But peeing and pooing is multitasking.
Whether I believe it or not.
Even if you don't know you're peeing, you're still peeing and pooing, and that's multitasking straight up.
True.
So I applaud you.
And, I mean, technically right now, I'm sitting, talking, thinking,
Yeah.
looking,
Yeah.
smelling,
Listening,
That's 6 things at once.
blinking, breathing. That's a lot.
That's more than multi. That's quintulti. No? What's the 6th one?
What is multi-cap at? What's
Multi's 3, isn't it?
No. Oh, no. That's
Yeah,
the whole...
because it's 1.
Yeah.
Then there's
Double or a pair. Or a couple.
Couple. Then there's multi.
Oh, I thought it would go to a few.
A few is 3. Multi is 4.
No,
Then-
multi doesn't have a cap. It's called multiplication. It's
True, you
literally
could multiply anything by anything.
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know how that relates to the actual question.
But you reckon, back into the question, that you probably, let's say 95% of the time.
Yeah.
pee and poo.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
At least 95%.
Yeah. That's
Almost every time.
pretty spot on. That's pretty spot
Because
on.
it just happens.
It just happens, right?
You're just
Unconsciously.
there. It's like you go to the toilet and you naturally need to let it out.
All of
right?
it, yeah.
It's like when you lay in your bed, you automatically start getting tired because your body
Yeah.
knows that you're there to sleep.
Yeah.
When you go in the toilet, your body knows that you're there to unload.
Yeah. I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. So,
Now, I do have one more thing to mention in terms of dumping.
Okay.
But we will come back to it because this intro is... it's gone a while.
yeah. Okay.
So let's come back to it.
We'll come back to it. So don't forget.
Let's get into it.
So far, so good.
Thank you once again for tuning in, everybody. And it is a beautiful day.
As usual at the So Far So Good podcast.
I'm lucky enough to be looking out the window. Gaurav is lucky enough to be looking at me.
I saw it. When he figured out what he was going to say. I saw it in his eyes. Well played.
Yes. So as usual, we will kick it off with Gaurav. What are we kicking it off with?
So I feel like we should change it up and maybe do this segment called What Are We Drinking?
All right. Today we've got a purple and pink can. And I've got to say on a side note.
Yep.
And I've been saying this the last few weeks just
Okay.
because I feel like I should say it because I believe it.
Okay.
Pink is an underrated color.
You know what?
It's a nice color.
I'm
and
not
they
gonna
always
lie.
think, oh, pink's for girls, like pink's for like kids.
Yeah. No.
It's
yeah.
like it's a nice color.
Pink is great. I've got a lot. I reckon I've got, and no joke, I was thinking about this week as well because I was doing some shopping that I had to do, and I'm like, you know what? Everything that I've been liking recently is pink.
Yeah.
And I own myself, I reckon, at least 6 pink T-shirts.
6?
Yeah, different sort of
No.
styles or types.
6?
6
Pink?
pink
Wow.
T-shirts and shirts
respect
combined. So there's definitely one long sleeve pink, at least 3 short sleeve pink.
Wow.
A pink shirt, a pink blazer.
Pink bucket hat?
I do have a pink bucket hat, yes. Yep.
Pinkish.
Pinkish. I got a pink cap.
Yeah.
I gave that away though, but yeah.
Wow, charity.
Charity as well.
Nice. Yeah, well, I have a pink shirt, and I've even worn the pink shirt to work a few times.
Yeah, well, I've seen you in a pink shirt. It suits you, man.
YOLO.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good color. But anyway, getting to this drink. Now, Gaurav, do you want to let the listeners know what we are looking at?
So we are drinking, once again, I believe, it's an international drink made in the UK, as the label says. It's called Vimto Fizzy. Vimto with a V for Victor. And like Chris said, it's full of purple and pink. And you know what? Purple and pink on a drink always makes me think that it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Great, because it's probably grape.
Exactly. There was a rhyme all the way through.
All the way. Now, just having a look at a couple of things here. As we said, it is made in the UK.
Yep.
It's a mix and blend of grapes, raspberries, and black currants.
Oof.
Refreshingly fruity since 1908. So They're experienced.
Yeah.
They're very experienced with this drink, which we love to hear.
There's one thing I've just noticed, and I think it's a very cool addition. Generally, on any sort of product, you have a barcode, and it's just a white rectangle with a barcode.
Oh,
Over here, what they've done, instead of just a stock standard white rectangle with a barcode, the rectangle's actually in the shape of a can.
that is awesome.
I reckon that's pretty cool. That's a good addition.
Yeah, nice. And it has a QR code as well.
Yeah. Will we scan it? Probably not.
No, we won't. It also says suitable for vegetarians, so they're accommodating to all walks of life.
That's
which is
right.
Good. And last thing I guess we want to check is obviously that sugar content.
Yeah, and
And it's not bad.
it's not bad at all.
What are we looking at here? 15.2 grams. Gaurav,
For the whole can.
for the whole can. How many teaspoons is that, Gaurav?
What is it? 4 grams per teaspoon? That is 5 teaspoons.
4.3.
4 yeah.
Which is not bad for a 330ml can. It's not bad at all.
I feel like it'll be fresh, so should we give it a shot?
All right, let's crack it open and give it a whirl.
Let's go. We'll do our classic cheers.
Top, bottom,
Bottom, middle.
middies. All right,
Let's go.
have a sip.
That is good.
Yeah, that's bloody good.
You
Wow.
know what?
Wow.
It reminds me, I don't know why. It reminds me of cake. Are you getting that?
What?
It reminds me of cake.
No, it doesn't. Explain that to me because I'm not getting it and I want to know what the hell you're talking about.
It's like, okay, have you had a Black Forest cake?
I can't say I have.
I think that's why, because Black Forest cake is full of like berries, black currants, and whatever. I think generally on a chocolate cake, and it's just got that sort of berry aroma and flavor. But
Interesting.
I think that's because this is full of mixed berries and grapes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just give it's pretty close to like your raspberry drink. Yeah. What do you
Yeah, you're right. It is somewhere between a raspberry and like a Ribena, but soft drinky, not juicy.
Yeah. You can definitely taste the blackcurrant hints, which is good. I'm a fan of this.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Now the only thing I'm struggling with is because we did give a 10 to you love that drink? What was it called? Mogu Mogu.
Mogu Mogu.
I'm just having a look at that photo again, Mogu Mogu. See, it's just hard to remember when we drink so many of these drinks. It's hard to remember what those other drinks tasted like.
Yeah.
And Mogu Mogu was back in mid-December. So that's a tough one.
That is tough.
Because this drink is really good.
This is good. Unlike last time, it's got that more refreshing feel. Like you drink it, you feel refreshed. There is still a bit of that artificial taste, but it's not.
It gets more artificial the more you get down the can.
100% agree. 100%
Like the
agree.
first sip was better than the rest of them.
Yeah.
Maybe it needs to be mixed a little bit. I don't know. Maybe the sediment berries have dropped to the bottom.
I don't know if there's actual juice in here, but I doubt it. He's doing this weird tornado thing with his mouth. Did it change anything?
Let me have another sip and we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
Yeah, you're right. It does have that subtle artificialness.
Yeah, and you're right. It's the more you drink it, yeah.
And I was going to go very high with this rating, but that artificialness is going to drop it slightly. So
Yeah.
it is good. I'm just going to have a quick squiz at our other ratings.
He does this every time.
Just to remember. Now, remember we did give the Cambodian Red Bull 8 out of 10.
Yes.
We gave the Thai tea 5.5. That was garbage.
I mean, I liked the Thai tea. Chris's score really brought down the average on that. Really ruined the average.
All right. Yeah. All right. I think I'm ready to go.
I'm ready as well.
How dot point can we get here?
Dude, as
How
dot point as you want.
detailed of a dot point can I go here?
Okay, I'm going to max it out at 2 decimal points, all right? Don't give me a
Okay.
5.12713776.
All right.
I'd cap it off at 2 decimal places.
I can do 1 decimal place.
I'm happy with that.
That's fine. But
Okay.
I'm going to keep it very specific.
Okay,
Yep. I think I'm ready.
ready?
3, 2, 1.
7.4.
8.7. Wow. You went low.
8.7.
You went low.
Dude, so you're rating this higher than Cambodian Red Bull?
Yes.
Cambodian Red Bull's pretty good, man.
This is pretty good.
No, this is very good. This is very good. I rated it higher than the
I'm
bubblegum.
surprised of you because you love this flavor.
I do, but
So
just
I
remember,
thought you would have a bit of bias towards it.
the 10 we gave was to a grape drink, and that was a really good grape drink.
Mogu Mogu.
Mogu Mogu, yep.
But that was 10.
That was a 10.
I didn't even go 9. I went 8.7. Let's
Yep.
clarify. You went 7.4.
Yep,
Is that
correct.
right? Are you happy with your final vote there? Because we are we're very far apart on this one.
I'm happy. I'm happy to stick it with 7.4.
So that's an average of 8.05.
That's a good average.
8.05.
I'm okay with that.
That puts us 0.05 above Cambodian
Once
Red
again,
Bull.
here we go.
Oh, that's controversy.
This
That's
is-
topical.
That
And just remember as well, we did rate the HPI lemon juice a 0. Just remember that.
HPI lemon juice.
Yeah, I'll show you a photo so you remember.
Oh,
That was a
that
0.
wasn't lemon juice. That was some weird ass apple drink.
Yeah,
Yeah, that deserved
whatever
a
the
0.
hell it was. The reason I don't remember is because I don't want to.
Yep.
Remember, we gave that a 0. So
There's still one can of that in your fridge, so if you ever forget, you should just take a sip of it and maybe throw the rest out.
oh my lordy
I
lord.
don't
So
condone, but you know,
yeah, so
Yeah.
look, 8.05. I guess that's fair.
I think that's fair.
I think it deserves a little bit more than that. It's a really good drink.
it is good.
It is a very
But
good drink.
come on, just remember, we're rating it against everything we've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
All
look,
right. Well, we've voted, and let's deal with it. I'm happy with the
yeah,
8.05.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Now, moving on from talking about something delicious to probably something disgusting, as you said you were going to follow up with in the intro.
Yes. Now, going back to dumping, because that, as we've said in the past, that is our favorite daily hobby or task to do.
Yeah,
We've
I think was
mentioned that
yours.
live.
We did, but I think I said showering. I think you said taking a dump.
Yeah. Okay.
But I see it.
Yeah.
I'd say dumping is number 2 for me.
Yeah. Look, dumping's awesome, feels good, and you can go on TikTok at the same time.
Yeah.
So, now we've spoken before, I believe, off air.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not on air, basically.
Yeah. Understandable.
We have spoken about times of taking dumps.
Yeah.
Now, I have said to you many times that how do you plan to have... Because you told me you have a dump when you wake up.
Yeah.
So I said, how do you possibly plan to have a dump as soon as you wake up in the morning?
Okay.
And I'll give a little bit of context as to why, and I haven't told you why I was asking this.
Okay.
Is that I wake up with enough time to have breakfast and then get started with work.
Yeah.
Right? And then maybe half an hour later, I might feel like I need to take a dump.
Yeah.
But I may be mid working on something or mid dealing with a customer, and then I may have to hold that in for another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And I find that quite strenuous.
Yeah.
Because I just love letting it out. I
Okay.
hate having to hold it in.
So you're saying you've done all this and like you're peaking at where you should let go. And then as that peaks, your stress level also peaks because
Oh, yeah.
you're just thinking about letting
And then
it
I'm
go.
like, come on, let's wrap this up. Let's
Yeah.
wrap this up.
Okay,
And if I'm
yeah.
in any sort of meeting, I'm like, yep. And I'll be like, all right, I've got to finish off some stuff, so I'm going to jump out.
finish off some stuff. More like start something big.
Yeah. Wow, that's right.
Yeah.
Because it's a half an hour job for me. So, yeah, so I asked you, how do you plan that? And you said, what did you say? I remember what you said. Do you remember what you said?
I believe I said it's not really planned. It just happens. Yeah.
So, what advice did you give me on working on that? Do you remember?
I think I just said, wake up, maybe think about it, give it a shot, just sit down, see what happens. Is that what I said? Yeah.
You basically said, wake up, sit on the toilet, and just see if it comes out.
Yeah.
And I tried this
Okay.
on, I think it was, I'm going to say Wednesday. It
Okay,
was
so
midweek.
we've actually followed up on something here on the Soap House podcast.
We have followed up.
Okay.
I have followed up.
You've followed up on this.
And this wasn't even so far so good related because we didn't talk about this on air. So we only follow up stuff that's not on the Save Us
Hold on,
Podcast.
I think we did talk about this on our last episode.
We may have.
I think this was the last episode talk. So
We just talk so much nonsense. I don't know what's on or off air.
yeah.
So I tried it, and it came out.
Oh, so it worked.
But
Okay.
doesn't happen every day. That's my issue.
Dude, so you tried it, you said Wednesday.
Actually, I will add a bit more to that story, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I did that dump.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Started work, got onto work, blah, blah, blah. Came to about 11 a.m.
Yep.
and I needed another one.
Okay.
So
okay.
it's a matter of, did I go too early? Did I not get it all out?
Yeah.
You just don't know, do you?
I see what you mean.
And the hard thing is, everyone has a different cycle.
Yeah.
Because I Googled it. How many times should you dump per day or per week?
Okay.
And they said it's normal to dump anywhere from 3 times a day to 3 times a week.
What?
So you could be anywhere in that span, and that's normal because everyone's body is different. How
3
crazy
times
is
a
that?
week?
Yeah, so like once every second day.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, that's
That's a
hardcore.
massive storage capacity then.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's-
Some people have big poo holders.
Yeah. Scientifically speaking, that makes. But I believe that's what they call them. But that's very interesting. So, okay, yeah, you Googled it. Okay, makes sense. I feel like what happened is you got there, you know, your body sort of realized you're attempting a dump. Your body let something out, but it wasn't like a full. It just got rid of what was there, but there was still some more digestion going on. Maybe that was the case. What do you reckon?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could have been I ate something after it and then it just started coming back on. I don't know. But either way, I tried it and it did work.
Yep.
Somewhat. But I guess I have a journey of learning.
That is.
So I just wanted to let you know that it is possible.
Maybe you could automatically reschedule it if you.
Reschedule. It's
You
not
can
a meeting.
You can reschedule your dump by, let's say, holding it in for one whole day and night. Next morning, it's bound to come out. It's like when you do an all-nighter. The way
Yeah.
to reset it is to not sleep during the day.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
similar situation.
Absolutely.
And scientifically, can't say anyone has proven anything. So
No, well, we're not scientists.
no, not at all.
We're just really smart at guessing things.
Yeah.
that
Uneducated
about right?
guesses, I'd call it. They're uneducated guesses.
They're uneducated, but they're pretty precisely analysed.
Yeah. No, I agree 100% there. So almost scientific. Now, this is...
That drink was so good, I've already finished it.
It was good. I've also finished mine, yeah. But it doesn't deserve...
Deserved at least an 8.2, surely.
Nah, I'm happy with 8.05. We're okay with that. We've
Yeah.
agreed. Okay. Here's another, could be scientific, observation I've had.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of blown my mind. So I'm keen to know your thoughts. Okay. Now, every house will have taps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bathroom, kitchen, whatever. Laundry, there's taps. Shower. It's all
Backyard?
there. Backyard, you got taps.
Yep.
But I'm specifically talking about taps that have your hot and cold tap, right?
Yep.
You got two options.
Yeah, hot or cold.
Hot or cold. But this is the actual observation. It's not, okay, let me explain. There's machinery and piping or whatever that heats up the water when you turn the hot water on
Yeah.
to make the water hot.
Yep.
Yeah. For cold water, there's nothing. It's just cold.
Okay.
So it's not really hot water and cold water. It's just hot water and not hot water.
Is that true?
Well, there's no sort of like refrigeration for the cold water, right?
Is that true?
It's just coming through the pipes. Look, I didn't even look into this, but
It's honestly, it sounds about right. Look, we have no idea, but I'm just again,
Yeah.
precisely analysing here, because on a really, really cold day,
yeah,
the water is quite cold,
exactly.
and then on like a really hot day, the water is, it's not hot, but it's like room
warm.
temperature
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah, it's like lukewarm water,
Yeah, so
and that's when you turn on the cold tap. And
But is
Exactly.
it so? Is the water, I guess, cold in a sense because it's underground and underground is so far away from the sun? Is that
yeah.
why it's cold?
I think because on a very hot day, yeah, you turn on the cold water. It's warm for a little while. But if you keep it running, let's say a couple of minutes, it's going to be cold again. So I feel like it's heating up because the surface level is warm, and that's what's coming to the pipes. Once again, don't know how it really works, but just observation. And another way to that it makes sense is, you either have a gas-powered or an electrical-powered water heater, right? If you don't pay your gas or energy bill, you're going to have no hot water, but you're going to have your cold water still. So you're not paying...
Will you?
Yeah, you'll still have water, unless you don't pay your water bill.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But there's no, refrigeration keeping water cold. So it's really just hot water and not hot water.
That's so true.
Do you reckon? Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
that is actually so true.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never thought of it that way.
So it was sort of mind-blowing, and I want to know your thoughts.
But yeah, I totally agree. What I don't understand is how the hell does the whole water going to every single house, that seems like... How the hell does that work?
Underground
Seriously.
pipes, man, it's...
So is the water just being pushed into every house constantly until you turn the tap on and then it comes out?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, so what if somewhere underground where the water is pushing into my court, for example, if a pipe underground, I don't know, bursts, for example, or gets slit open from something, how the hell do they go down there to fix that? Can you get down there?
No, you can. Dude,
how?
It
Where?
happens. These things happen.
Where do you get underground?
You gotta I don't know, man. I'm not a plumber, but
how do you get down there?
you
what, rip up the road or something?
I reckon, yeah, you rip, or there might be, who knows, maybe there's entry points, but they probably have to rip up the road. Well, isn't that why there's all these manholes and whatnot in the roads so you can get in?
Yeah, but are they big enough for people to get in?
Well, yeah, it's literally called a manhole.
These little circles. You know those little circles?
Yeah.
They're that must be how they get down there.
I mean, there's they would have thought about this,
I wouldn't want to go down there.
No, neither. Not at all. No. I mean, maybe if it was a sewerage pipe, you would go down because you've made it obvious how much you'd love to try a glass of sewerage. Still flabbergasted by that.
Well, I'm just saying that it would be better than, some things.
Solo?
Yes. Solo, chocolate milk, that lemon juice.
A glass of sewerage would pretty much be a glass of chocolate milk.
Nah.
Visually.
Sewerage would have it would be a slightly different flavor each time.
Slightly different.
So you never know what you're getting,
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, now this is another observation. Okay.
Topical or?
Look, I would say topical. Yeah.
Whoa.
This is
going to be intense then.
Topical because it's sort of always topical, Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's always sort of relevant.
Yeah.
Okay. Recently, I've been watching shows that I've been waiting for, but every streaming service is now doing this thing. Well, not always, but sometimes where it's a new episode a week. So you don't get to binge a whole season all the time now.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like back in the day when things were only aired on TV and you'd have to wait a week for every episode. Okay. Now, what I've realized, and I'm okay with this, I'm deliberately doing this, but it also causes me a lot of stress. And it's more anxious,
I know where this is going.
Okay, yeah? Okay. So I'll watch the new episode, okay? It's the new week, it's the day of release, I'm watching the episode. I will deliberately not check how much time I have left on the episode because I don't want to get into that mind being oh, it's nearly over. Okay, this is the bit where it's going to end.
Okay, that's not where I thought this was going.
Okay, tell me what you think this is going after.
Okay.
No, tell me now.
I thought you were going to say, because you were saying it's risky.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you wait until the full season is out, then you binge it. So then you risk getting spoilers in the meantime.
This is actually a question I was going to ask at the end, but I will ask you.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to this. So now, because I'm not checking on the timeline how long is left on the episode, every time something cuts to black, I'm like, no, surely not. Surely this is not the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And that's where all the anxiety is. Every time fades to black, cuts to black. And I reckon I can do that every single time it cuts to black because you don't want the episode to end. And these shows are all hectic shows. They're crazy suspense, massive cliffhangers. So it could most definitely end on that cut to black. And obviously it eventually does. But yeah, every time I'm like, no, surely not. You can't end now. And then this is the issue. So now my question, which you had said before, would you, to get rid of all that fear, would you wait for a whole season to be released?
There's only like a couple of shows that I'm watching this way.
Yeah.
And I am watching them like each week.
Okay.
Or not necessarily every single week, but maybe I'll watch it 2 weeks later and then I'll watch 2 episodes in a row.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't have that sort of anxiety sort of thing because I'm not that invested in these shows.
Fair enough.
I'm invested in other things in my life. So these shows are not, it's not the be all and end all. But I get what you're saying completely.
But like when you're watching the show, you're like engrossed, you're not like,
yes.
Am I paying my water bill? You're thinking about the show itself.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I generally do check the time. So then I know sort of where it's getting to. And I like to do that with movies as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's more like I want to know when it's going to end. It's different for me.
Yeah.
Because you watch movies and TV shows 24/7. Like, that's all you do, pretty much.
Not at all. That's not what.
When I go to watch a movie that's, say, 2 hours long, like, I need to really prep myself.
Yeah.
Like, I need to be like, all right, I need to get in the headspace that I'm going to be sitting down watching this movie for 2 hours. Yeah. Because my attention span goes ping, ping, ping. You know what I'm like.
Yeah.
So I have to really set myself up.
Yeah.
So then I'm like sort of, not constantly, but I sort of just check the time as I'm going to say, oh, look, all right, it's got about an hour left.
Okay.
Just because then I can know that after it's over, then I can sort of get up and let loose. You know what I mean?
I think with movies, I do that. Like at home, if it's not, because when you watch a movie at home, you're bound to pause it at least once.
Yeah.
Maybe
exactly.
to go pee, let's say. So when you pause it...
dump.
Or dump.
If you haven't planned it or had one in the morning.
Exactly. Or if you've done a whole schedule reset. You never know. So when you pause it, you're going to see the timeline. You're going to see how long left. So you do that. I do find myself doing that with movies.
Yeah.
Checking...
Yeah, I guess you're right. TV shows not as much because it's normally, the ones I'm watching are 40-minute episodes.
Yeah,
so it's not that long.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm probably not. But that's the thing is I'm not that invested in these particular shows.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm watching the shows that have the bigger cliffhangers the ones you're watching.
Yeah.
But I totally understand. I understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
So quite hectic.
Yeah. Well, yeah, quite hectic.
But
indeed,
it was the good old days when they'd release a whole season at once. Those were the good old days.
And look, it still happens on occasion, but I feel like with big shows that they know everyone has been waiting for, they go weekly because it works out better for them. It is clever. It is very
because
clever.
you want to keep people watching constantly.
Exactly.
You want to keep them on your platform.
Exactly.
So I don't blame them.
No, I don't blame them at all. No.
So, as you would say, it
is what it is. And you're allowed to say it too.
I just didn't want to say
it. Every time off air, I've heard him say it, but he deliberately does not say it on air.
I've never said it off air.
You've definitely said it off air. I will try and count next time how many times you say it.
There's no proof though.
Well, maybe I have my ways.
Bring that to the So Far So Good court. No chance. You've got no proof.
Yeah, well, we don't back anything up here, so it doesn't matter.
That is right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to this episode. It's been a pleasure having you tuning in. Check out our Instagram at So Far So Good Podcast.
That's right. We are poll masters. Thank you for voting in our polls. We get back to any messages that we get from you guys. So we will catch you in the next episode.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.